Tip number 3. All right, this is a big deal. This is a really, really powerful tip that I do. I do all of these, but this one makes a big difference. When you have a lot on your mind, how many of you guys have a hard time sleeping because your mind is so cluttered with things, you know, to do, things to, you're totally weighed down by the obligations, and you don't want to forget things, and maybe you haven't yet mastered a priority list, you haven't yet mastered, you know, really kind of putting everything down in perspective. I use an app called Todoist.com, and it organizes my life. Without that thing in Google Calendar, I'd be a mess. But the real thing, I had a conversation with my mom a few days ago, and hey, Matt and Kirby, hey, how are you? You guys are so great. And Jun, he's here. Annyeonghaseyo. Oh my gosh, I hope no Koreans. Okay, it's been a while, okay? Annyeonghaseyo. What the heck did I just say? Nobody, if you guys don't speak Korean, you have no idea. I just screwed that up bad. All right, cool. So, okay, back to our focus. Hi, Cody. So I was talking with my mom a few months ago, and I was saying, Mom, you know, my mom and I are really on the same energy length as far as we like to be productive in our conversations, try not to complain, try not to find the negative. If we're trying to overcome something, it's usually, okay, we're sharing what's going on, we're sharing our emotions around that, but we don't focus on that. It's then, okay, finding a solution. And I really enjoy conversations with my mom because of that. And many of you watching this know my mom. She's a rock star. I've learned so much from her. I have a long way to go to be like her. But she made a suggestion, and it reminded me of a book I've read called Eat That Frog or something like that by Brian Tracy. Many of you guys may know that book. It's one worth reading. Put up on your to-do list. And it's all about thinking of your day and all the obligations of your day. What are the most important things that you need to do? Now, you could sit there and list off all the things that you should do and would be good to do. But if you could only pick 3, what would those top 3 really, really important priorities be? So what I have done, and my mom suggested this, is I get a little Post-it note, and just before bed, I do a little brain dump. Okay, and yes, I am LDS, Ichite. I do a little brain dump, and I say, what are my top 3 things for tomorrow? Because what happens for me is sometimes I'll wake up, my eyes pop open, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, I have so much to do and I don't know what to do first. And so if I've done that brain dump, the top 3 things the night before, all I need to do is go look at my Post-it note. I can focus. I can get rid of the clutter of the non-important things. And it's not saying you don't need to show up at that appointment or do that phone call or do that, or, you know, and you're not planning in things that you normally would do. This is like the additional things, like submit your proposal to your book publisher. Like that would be a big 3, right? So write down those top 3 things, get them off your mind so you can sleep. And then you can wake up, and instead of trying to like mull around in your brain trying to find what you're supposed to focus on, go look at your Post-it note, and boom, you have your top 3 already prioritized from the energy of the day before. You're not relying on this deadbeat energy coming up out of bed to decide what is important to do. You don't waste that first hour of the day trying to figure out what you're doing, because you're planned, you have it down, everything like that. So glad you like the brain dump thing. So cool. You know, so we have to set ourselves up with little tricks like this, because if you are just requiring your brain to hold it all, you're probably really stressed out. And guess what? When you get stressed out, what are you turning to? Okay, I do nutrition, comfort foods, right? Who would agree? Like high sugar, high fat foods. And we know, scientifically speaking, those things are not helping us feel better. They are not producing the good chemicals in our brain that help us have energy, that help us focus. So as a society, we're all just busy, unproductive. We're like distracted, and then everyone's on social media and blah, blah, blah. And I love that you guys are on social media for this. But anyway, do your brain dump, top 3 at night. Let's move on to tip number 4, because I'm giving you guys 5 secrets from how to go to from sluggish to superstar.